What's up YouTube, Godforman221 here, and welcome back to Kind of Heroes 2 Online Replay. We are in Season 4, playing as the US again, along with Lipton, who's also playing as the US, and we're going against an OKW and a Vermont player. Now, I'll be going against the OKW primarily, and let's take a look at this map here. So this map is kind of interesting because you have field kind of in the middle, 2 victory points up north, and a field up north. These guys are actually pretty friendly. You can see the guys saying, "Hola, amigos." Anyway, and you also have the munitions in the south. So basically, I'm going to be guarding the fuel and then trying to hold enough of the south. Like, I'm going to try to hold the victory point in the fuel here, because all Lipton would need to do is hold the north victory point. And that's how this the way the houses are set up are kind of interesting. I usually do not garrison this building, mainly because people can sneak up on you, and even if you have a machine gun there, they just can throw incendiary grenades or just flamethrowers can get very close very easily. So I usually put a machine gun in this house right here, or this house is even better because you can shoot over the fence and still see this point. So these are the two houses I would garrison over this one. I know this guy's talking about peace. So apparently the Wehrmacht don't want war today, but considering how aggressively he is moving up right now, that's gonna be war. Now I did garrison this house temporarily just in case. I was trying to be able to, you can kind of see if units are coming, but they can really sneak up on you this way. So you can see I'm seeing units starting to pop up here. We got the Volksgrens. And Lipton is dealing with some machine guns. Okay, so you can see he hopped in this house. Now if we look at the house, there's like one window he could actually shoot out of against 10 riflemen, and that's not very good. So he's going to be pushed back in. Lipton has some support also for me. See, he's right there. Now my opponent got behind me though, but I do have this fighting position, so I'm going to hop into it. And we can actually start shooting rifle grenades right at him. Actually, we might be too close to shoot rifle grenades. I did get frag grenades early on. This is going to delay me, of course. It's going to delay me a little bit early on for possibly, you know, armor. But I think that's well worth it with a lot of buildings here. It's important to be able to kill units in them. And he's actually going to lose his squad here. So that was kind of a waste to lose the Storm Pioneer squad that early. Anyway, I have my men that can, they're in the middle of the road. These guys are pretty much screwed, so they're going to have to fall back there.
We got a rifle squad waiting for orders.
Let's see, up north, Grenadiers are being engaged. There's a lot of small arms back and forth. Now, what some players do is they put a bunker. Like, if Lipton put a fighting position up here, and then it's very hard to actually, if you put it like along here, it'd be hard to flank it if you put some wire. So you could actually hold this northern field pretty easily. Now I'm going to start trying to capture some of these points in the south here, because each one of these points is 3 fuel, so if they control both of them, that's an extra 6 fuel, which is basically like a standard fuel point. And they're shooting at us, but there are, let's see how many of us, I think there's 3. You use Alt, by the way, to actually maneuver the camera here. We have 2 of them shooting at, nope, it's even, 2 on 2. And we're all taking the victory point. I'm going to start moving forward. You can see up close and personal with these Volks. And yeah, they're at low health, so it's important that I try to get some of the munitions back. You don't want to lose too much of the south on this map.
We have a lieutenant reporting in for duty.
So I grabbed a lieutenant because I really need some machine guns. So, you know, I'm going to be able to get a machine gun now, 50 cal, and put it in this house.
Our fighting position now has some ordnance behind.
And we also I now have a machine gun here to help basically cover my flank if these guys, and even control half the victory point here if these guys start outflank my position up here. So let's go up north here. Lipton has been pushed back a little bit, but is now going to do a small counterattack with 3 units.
Heavy machine gun team ready for orders.
Meanwhile, I'm capturing the territory where my opponent's reinforcing, and if the territory where this car is captured, it cannot actually reinforce. And we can see my opponent is anti-tank. Grenades going out. Actually wipe out this squad. Nope, it won't. I lied. That was like right there. It should have killed more than that. Anyway, if you look at my bulletins here, actually, you can see I do have the grenades are cheaper and they can be thrown further. Actually, no, they changed that actually. So they cost less and they can be used faster, I guess. It used to be thrown further, I thought. Anyway, they have a scout car here, and it's very hard for the Americans early on to counter a scout car unless they get a captain out instead of a lieutenant, which is 60 fuel. So that's definitely a problem. Now you can hit its engine and everything, but you know, a 50 cal could do some real damage to it if he had any of that out. Which he's grabbing one right now. And I'm trying to hold this position here. My men are not shooting for some reason. I mean, they're shooting at the guys in the open, who are the bigger threat, I guess. So I'm going to have to fall back from this position here. And I'm actually going to try to lure him back to... Yes, so I lured him back to where my machine gun was to actually be able to cover me here. So I have no problem still shooting at these guys. And my lieutenant's coming up. I have not established a forward base whatsoever up here yet. Do not have an ambulance or anything. So yeah, I'm focusing on the Storm Pioneers because that's the most dangerous unit out of any of these guys. And now that he's coming around, he's going to get suppressed here. And this squad, he was focusing on that, and they have to fall back. So just have my lieutenant here. So I'm still holding his advance here in the south. And I do have a machine gun covering our fuel in the middle now. So Lipton's 50 cal is focusing on the infantry currently and pitting them. But he's got to start aiming at this scout car here. And the scout car is targeting him. But he did damage his engine and he's taking the field up north. So that scout car will set back the Wehrmacht player. Let's look at him here. Yeah, the scout car costs 15 fuel, so it's about a minute's worth of fuel for them, and they just lost their fuel up there. You know, there's a match I was doing where these guys had a bunch of engineers repairing their tanks, and I popped out of a house using the new commandos, and I threw a grenade and wiped out like 15 engineers. And I'm getting pushed in the center here. And I can only... This is why I don't like hopping in these houses, because they can just throw grenades in that house. They can throw grenades. I do have bazookas here. But he's pushing him. He's going to try to machine gun me. I'm trying to kill this unit here. My lieutenant's here. So they're definitely going to hurt my machine gun there. And I have more troops in it. I unlocked, also with fuel, I did unlock the weapons rack so I can give my troops some bars. This will help us basically be able to kill their Volkskrans here. So, and you know, this is a lot of troops in this assault here. It even has special units here. These are the Jägerline infantry, I believe. So yeah, this is a big assault pushing. I have my unit capture the missions down there again. So as my units retreat, I'm going to be reinforcing and giving them when I can. In about a minute here, I can give them the bars. Because they could get out, the OKW could easily get a Luke's out soon. Let's take a look at him. As he's getting right now. And they don't have a lot of fields, so it's a little bit desperate. Move.
Ambulance ready for action.
So what am I going to do against the Lukes? I do have one unit with bazookas, and they are vet, well, one bazooka, and they are vet too, so that's important. I do have some Rangers out also now. I think in this match, take your guys' advice and don't actually give them bars. I'm sorry, Thompsons. Because you guys said, a lot of you were saying that the carbines these guys carry are actually better.
Battalion just released a major
Get their
crash.
carbines these guys are holding. At the carbines these guys are carrying, yeah, that's a carbine. Are actually better than they fire those faster than they would fire the Thompsons. So, see if grenade comes here. Lipton does not have grenades. So he's getting pushed up here. He does. You know what? He doesn't have line of sight. That's why he can't get those guys. So I have a lot of my units to deal with my bazooka guys. We can rifle grenade hit him with a bazooka, so if this Luke's does push up, hopefully I'll be okay. And I'm also only 11 minutes in. I do not have. I do have a major. Good. So we have a forward position set up here right next to this tractor. And I'm going to try to get a Sherman soon. These guys are very injured here fighting. Lipton is healing up and reinforcing here. You know, he makes a push in the south here. And I think this is actually smart. Because my men have to be in the open if they want to shoot at him.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture
And he's just going to sit back here and just blast away. He's going to stay out of any kind of anti-tank rifles I have. Anti-tank rifle grenade.
One of our fighting positions is sustaining fire.
And I don't think at this range I can't really see him that well here, so.
The enemy has destroyed an emplacement.
Yeah, you can see he's gonna throw a grenade. So I didn't manage to hit his rear armor there and push him back. But we need more bazookas here. But what we really, you know, bazookas would be nice, but what we could really use are a tank. Oh, is a tank. And we've damaged him pretty severely, but I gotta get out of here. These guys are vet too, and they're pretty damaged. So I'm actually gonna be lucky to get this guy out of here. This squad is good. I do have the Rangers and Lieutenant moving up here against him, and he's not gonna like that, and he's gonna have to fall back. But keep in mind, the Luke's is still here, so this is bad. I don't have enough anti-tank because I did not go with the captain. But this is a short-term victory my opponent's going to have. I'm getting lucky getting my squads out here. It is a short-term victory for him. These guys need to be reinforced with the bazooka. Mainly due to the fact that, yes, this is an early advantage for him, but I'm going to be grabbing a Sherman, which is coming out very soon. Very soon. It's actually being made right now. That 20 kills. Interesting. And I'm gonna push up again. I have my bazooka squad here again, so hopefully I can actually use my bazooka to actually kill this thing. It has 10 kills so far. I don't know what vehicle this guy killed. Oh, building destroyed. Oh yeah, it's this guy. And he's just gonna focus target this guy, my squad here. So I'm actually trying to move in a little bit, you know, release some pressure on the south here by hitting up north, maybe forcing him back. I'm being pushed back, but guess who's coming around the mountain? Just kidding. The guy who's coming around the forest is the Sherman. Lost his engineer because I wasn't paying attention. And his forces just got pushed back, and we have the Sherman. Rear armor hit. He's going to try to push through here. Can I? And he actually got killed by the bazooka squad, I think, along with my tank. So these are my opponents in real trouble here. And he almost actually wiped out my squad in this house here. So yeah, I pushed him back, but this house is really ready to fall down. So yeah, grenades are very deadly. I need to reinforce and keep my guys healthy. I also lost the squad, so I need to replace those guys. So this guy is kind of playing a little annoying with the Oswin here, because he has a lot of units that are all his infantry are AT. So he has the anti-infantry unit. Look at this. So he's the anti-infantry unit with the Oswin and the Lukes there, right? And he has the anti-tank unit with all his infantry. And I'm captured with the Rangers, so.
Stand by. Orders.
And we have the victory points currently. Now he's moving in.
Incoming fire. Ready.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm about to lose my tank.
Combat promotion in.
And the Oswin's coming up when we're trying to counter him.
Krauts are taking one of our points.
So they're temporarily trying to take our field, but Lipton's been attacking their field up north, so they have no fuel at this point. So it's actually pretty desperate for why he went with that versus a Panzer IV. Now, a Panzer IV is slightly more expensive, but it can kill tanks. I'm a big fan of the Panzer IV in this game. Meanwhile, when he does something like this, I have to push up and start shooting at him with our bazookas. And this thing should take a lot more damage from a direct shot from a Sherman. So every time I sense momentum, right, I could run right into 3 squads here, so I have to be very careful. As I'm about to lose my Sherman here. Whew. That sucks. So I just lost my Panzer to the 3 squads here. My Sherman there, not my Panzer. So I'm just kind of screwed right now. Thankfully I have another Sherman coming out. And Lipton's calling white phosphorus down to help me out here, but it's going to actually hit some of my units. That was a very wide spread, a lot closer to my own infantry units than I would like there. And he's trying to flank me, he's trying to kill my ambulance, and I know he's trying to do this. He knows exactly where I am now, so at this point I should have probably moved slightly over, because he could call some artillery or something down. Lipton has an easy 8 here. And this house is about to collapse, so he's going to hop out here. He hopped his troops in there, and I don't think he realized it was about to collapse, so he's dead.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
So Lipton's helping me in the south here. If we can kill this Oswin, this guy is screwed, basically. He just lost the infantry squad. He does have AT, though. And look at that, Vet 5 on this squad, I think. The retreat arrow thing's covering. Maybe it's Vet 4. And he's healing up here, yeah. They're Vet 4. But we have the fuel. We have a Panzer IV up north, though, so. The Easy 8's going to need to go up there. But if I can kill this AT, that would be a victory. If I decide to fall back. And I destroyed my own wreck of my vehicle there. So, I mean, even whenever our opponents make a push, we have all 3 victory points now. And we've basically been able to harass their fuel and even hold it for a decent portion up north here. That they're in real trouble here. Now, what he does not see are these guys right here. But he should be able to. Oh, he's gonna get. Yeah, he's in trouble. The Panzer IV is gonna fall back though because he has that. But the Easy 8, see, he's gonna push up now, but he has all these bazookas here.
Crowds show 300 points on their line.
Yeah, so he just lost his Panzer IV there. Now if Lipton has all his infantry moving in to try to save his Easy 8, which is almost dead here. Now I just got hit by... They called a bunch of artillery down and wiped out my squad that was repairing this tank here. So, like I said about my base getting hit earlier, that was it. So I have to reestablish another base here. But the Austrians in the south, and he's going to pull back from that.
Rifle squad ready for action.
And another squad sneaking around, so I'm handling them. Basically, I need Lipton's Easy 8 down here, which is currently repairing, to deal with this dumb Ostwind. And I garrison this house with the light machine gun, but they're just going to throw grenades in here and basically collapse the house on me. And I realize this, and even if I try to withdraw my guys, the grenades are coming way too fast. So I damaged him, but I got hit by this AT again, which actually has camouflage, so you have to be careful about that. Territory locking down. What does it say? Territory. Something. This is locked down, I guess.
The capture point is being overrun.
Locked. Okay, the territory's being locked down by the major. Okay. I wonder if that shows on the... Yeah, look, on the map. Just like the supply abstracts, you can see where it's locked down. So you can see where their major is. That's new.
Taking fire!
So Lipton's held up north. I'm still fighting in the... over here. Using grenades if I can, get the chance. I'm really trying to collapse this building if I can. But yeah, he's guarding his flank here. And I managed to destroy his engine here, so he's in trouble. And my tank is very just beat up here. I should really not be going this far forward. But I'm seeing what he has here. And he moved his... Thankfully he moved his AT right here. And it was not... I see them right here. And I'm going to immediately target them. So he moved his AT toward Lipton's tank here, otherwise he would have been able to kill my Sherman. But thankfully my Sherman was able to take out his gun crew because they were facing the wrong way. Now I know how damaged I am, and I could really get this guy out of here. And that's what I'm going to do. There's another squad I brought up. They don't have any bars currently because they're a new squad. And we're repairing on the victory point as we capture that. This machine gun crew's kind of been forgot about. I should probably move him up somewhere in the street. And I just garrison this house so he can't keep hopping in and out of it. And Lipton needs to repair some tanks. And he's once again taking the field, so our Axis opponents are getting... We're getting about 26 fuel a minute. And they're getting about 23, so it's about the same fuel currently, but we're taking this fuel and that's going to cut them down, so we'll get 30 fuel and they'll get about 15 fuel if they're getting 22. Yeah, no, that's 16 fuel they're getting now. We're about to hop up to 33. So we saw this, and we managed to hit it with tanks and artillery early on. So I'm telling Lipton at this point, be careful, there is 2 squads Vet 5 here. And look at this. This is very bad, but Lipton is going to simply just try to run him over. And is actually successful, look at this. He's running the squads over. That's 1 squad dead, run completely over and being shot at. And that's when our opponents decided to surrender. So here's why they surrendered. 1, we were killing more than they were. They had big losses, especially this player down in the south. But we also had map control. We had, 2 out of 3 victory points here. We had both fuels, and we were able to hold that. And we also had a tank advantage right now. So we could probably, I would have sent some infantry in with our right around here, and we would have been able to basically wipe out all his headquarters. He'd be screwed in the south. And the guy in the north wasn't making much progress either. So good game to our opponents. I enjoyed this match, and I'll see you guys next Coming of Heroes 2 online replay. Cut for Man 221 signing out. Hope you enjoyed.